Hey guys, Stacey here and welcome to the live Q&A. We're going to get started in a couple of minutes. So yeah, get your questions in. I've got a screen here, another screen down here. So I should be able to keep a hold on what's actually going on this time, hopefully. So we'll see how that actually works out. But yeah, get the questions in and yeah, I look forward to answering them in a couple of minutes. What time is it? We're dead on the right time, so that's awesome. Just see if I can get the live chat back up on my screen. No deal. That's all right. All righty. Who we got? Meltdown. Good questions coming. I'm looking forward to it. Hi from Brazil. What's up, man? M. Kumar. Howdy. How's it going? I can't see. This screen down here is way too far away, so I need to figure this out real quick. How do I find? All right, here we go. Live chat. Good to go. Okay. It's going to be annoying on my phone. Yeah, there's always stream lag. It takes maybe 30 seconds from what I say to actually what comes up. So yeah, anyway, let's get the questions in. I'll answer Meltdown first. So he said, have you heard about the Google free Android project? And if yes, what are your thoughts? I have heard of it and it's pretty cool. There's a lot involved in it. And their project employees are actually really skilled guys. So yeah, I guess if that is sort of your thing and if you enjoy watching what they're doing, then yeah, it's cool. But I don't know. I think the project. I actually did a news article about them last year. So if that sort of interests you, go check on the cybersec news videos that I've done. Ones from last year. Aditya Natu. The AI video is perfect. Bring us more of that. I will. I've got a lot of AI videos coming. All right. How to grow a cybersecurity company from M. Kumar Cyber. Well, I'm actually doing that at the moment. So I've started a managed service provider focusing on cybersecurity. And I can tell you it's not an easy task starting from the beginning because people want to see credibility in your service, and starting from scratch is a bit hard. So I guess my recommendations are to stay persistent and have some money backed up for you from not being able to pay yourself. Next question, Aaron Littlefield. Hey, mate. What's up, dude? Silent owner. Stream lags. Yeah, there's always stream lags. I don't know why. Aditya, can you tell me about pen testing in a safe environment and basics to get started in pen testing and pen testing study? Also, it will be helpful if you make a video about that. Yeah, I guess the safest way to practice pen testing is to do either bug bounties, which is sort of like pen testing, or to do CTFs on active targets. So if you have a look at Hack the Box or even TryHackMe, there are a bunch of, they're all pretty much pen testing, gamification learning techniques. So it's pretty safe. It's as safe as it gets. Jump on those and check those out. How to become a pen open board topic. I guess the quickest way is to do a CH and then maybe an OSCP if you wanted to go down the certs route, and then basically get those certifications and start working. Alternatively, you could just start hacking stuff and see how you go, but I don't condone any illegal activity. Okay, Larry Page, in your opinion, can a person be an ultimate hacker? I'm not sure what you mean by ultimate hacker. I guess you mean like just a hacker. Yeah, you can be a hacker, I guess. Who's this? Joshua Furno, going to sleep, just came in to say g'day. Sup, man? It's good to see you. It's a shame I do these so late, but it's the only time that works in with the rest of the world, unfortunately. Larry, in your opinion, can a person girlfriend studying for the CH? Any tips? Focus on the network side of things, because that's where most people get caught up. Gabriel, is cybersecurity college degree worth it? And what positions can I land with a degree in cybersecurity? It depends what country you're coming from, but in most cases, yes, you can get a job with just the degree. I would highly recommend getting a Security Plus certification from CompTIA as well, just to, I guess, put yourself above the rest of the competition that are applying for the same jobs. But yeah, you can get a job with a cybersecurity degree. Where was I? Prajwal KP. What are the pre-knowledgeable requirements to become a bug hunter? You can just learn it online and learn as you go. Don't expect to make any money straight away, because it's a pretty long learning experience. And yeah, I guess like everything else, persistence is key. So if you can push past that learning barrier where you're going to be making no money and spending a lot of time messing about, then you'll probably make some bounties, and you could be potentially very successful doing that. AA says, can you recommend companies I could look at hiring entry-level cybersecurity consultants in Adelaide? Adelaide specifically? No. But Adelaide does have a Checkpoint and a Palo Alto and a Juniper office, and they have a lot of vendors there as well. So check those out. But otherwise, you're looking at managed service providers for anything sort of cybersecurity related. Team is worthwhile, but apart from those, I don't really know any other companies. Meltdown. I'm thinking of starting a little lab to start testing my skills on. Any recommendations for a setup? Yeah. Use a physical switch instead of a network one, just so you can play with the physical ports themselves. As for a firewall, probably set up pfSense on a Raspberry Pi. That always works pretty well. And yeah, then export all of those logs out and have them go to an actual log server. I guess that's probably a nice little lab to have. My lab, which is like just over there, is a Meraki stack, which is pretty fun. And it's a Meraki firewall, switch, and a couple of Wi-Fi devices and some other stuff, which is pretty cool. So labs. Ventos says, is a CYSA plus worth getting? If you're looking at getting into pen testing, yes. For everything else, probably not. But yeah, I don't know. It depends what sort of certifications or what route you want to take, and which country you're in and what sort of jobs you're applying for. So yeah. Sabu Sabari, you were on the last live stream. I remember your name. Which will get me a job ASAP? CyberSec degree or certs? Certifications with experience will get you a job faster than a degree. Unfortunately, for all the people with a degree, yeah, that's pretty true. M. Kumar Cyber, can you please share your mail ID? I have to talk about something. No, sorry. You can hit me up on Discord or Twitter, or just send me a message somewhere else. My contacts and get to me. Challenge. LV Max, how can I learn basic hacking? Do CTFs. That's the easiest way to learn how to hack anything. There's all sorts of ones on there. There's a new one I saw on TryHackMe, which is hacking Android devices. So if that's something you might be interested in, it's free. So yeah, check it out. Aditya says, how will you define the fine line between black hat and white hat? I think you sent me a message before asking for me to make a video about this, which I probably will. But the fine line is, are you doing it for legal purposes or not? So that's pretty much where it lies. So if you're for example, being paid by a company to penetrate their network, that's perfect. I want to ask an important question: that does a year gap in graduation cost high-level company jobs? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sorry. Can you please rephrase that into another way? Bobby, what's up, man? Welcome. You're out in the fields, bro, watching my live stream. Thank you. Libin Hassan, whatever. How long can it take me to prepare for OSCP if I have some knowledge and skills in networking? It's going to take you a little while to learn. Do the coursework for the OSCP. It's a really, really difficult exam. So I can't stress enough how tricky it is. Don't go into it lightheartedly thinking it's going to be fine. You really need to off before you jump into it. Larry Page, ultimate hacker means that can hack any electronics device that can be hacked, like Wi-Fi, bug bounty, pen tester. Where did this term come from? I've never heard it before. Unless people like taking the piss out of hackers. Daniel Kelly, what's your take on social exploitation methods and where best to get to know the ropes? Social exploitation is my forte. I love it, and it's super fun. I guess the easiest way to learn it is to throw yourself into very social situations and become a very personable person. So if for example, like the best one is where you go to the receptionist at a company and you basically sweet talk them into give them a problem and a resolution at the same time. So, hi, I'm trying to print out some stuff on your public design on file speed. Can you maybe just please print it out? I've got to get it to this job interview real quick, and put some stress in there as well. And they don't know you're playing with them. So yeah, just malicious USB, off you go, root access, happy days. That's the easiest way, but don't practice it on people because it is illegal unless you've got permission. So yeah, the best way to, I guess, learn the ropes of social engineering is to become very sociable. Jay, did it freeze for everyone? Yes, probably. Locke, what's up, dude? Pavel Demeter, hey man, just wanted to tell you thanks. Thank you for watching. Meltdown, why do you still have your Christmas tree up, dude? It's March. It's not a Christmas tree. It's a, hold on, I'll turn it around. It's like this little light tree thing. Yeah, it's like that. Anyway, it's, I don't know, it lives in my apartment. It's been, and just, Larry Page, can a person get all degrees of offensive security and EC cancel, total is 30 degree, and what do you think will be its best value in security world? I don't know what you're talking about. Josema, started my bachelor in networking with major in cybersecurity. With Cisco CCNA out, would you say go for Network Plus and Security Plus as started? Just start with the Security Plus. Don't worry about the Network Plus. Yes. Just yeah, focus on your degree. If you've finished it, I can't remember. No, you haven't. So yeah, do your degree and then do a Security Plus, and that should be enough to get you a job. What's your routine like when studying for IT certifications? From Locke Ellie. My routine is pretty wild. So I usually study the core. So I'll use the ICP as an example. I studied the coursework over a 6-month period, and then I found a cheat sheet online for it. I can't remember where. I just torrented some cheat sheet, which basically gave me an answer to a whole bunch of questions on an older version of the OSCP, and I cram studied that for about 12 hours before the exam. So I didn't sleep for like because the exam itself is 24 hours. So I didn't sleep an awful lot while doing it. Saying that, I did fail the OSCP the first time I did it. The second time around, I got it. But I wasn't paying for it, so I wasn't really that worried, to be honest. But yeah, that's sort of how I go about studying for stuff. Slavo Merkova, yeah. Slavko, what's up? My favorite trash talker. Plus, I want to do the Net Plus. Are you looking for an intern? Did we speak about this already? I think we did, yeah. I'm not really looking for an intern, and I don't have enough work to make it an interesting enough internship anyway. But if I ever come to the point where I need an intern and don't expect to get paid because I have no money, yeah, I'll hit you up, I guess. But if you do come to Brisbane at some point, definitely let me know and we can grab a beer or something. Dab Spasm, howdy. Man, I haven't seen you for ages. What's going on? Another question. Do you know any good reverse engineers or malware analysts? I know a good malware guy, reverse engineering. He pretty much does that as well. Yeah, he's pretty good. He works for a mining company, and he's pretty good. Why I'm curious. Any advice for someone looking to become a network engineer? Yes, get a CCNA and have some experience on a help desk, and you'll definitely get a job in Australia anyway. Larry Page, have you gone in any live hacking competitions? I have done a couple, but I am actually doing one on Wednesday this week. I'm going to one in Brisbane. There's a link in my Discord server if you want to come along and hang out. But yeah, I'm not looking to win. I'm just looking to have some fun and maybe make a video while I'm there. Bobby, how's the rollout of 5G in Brisbane and what do you think of its security? It's funny you say that. There's actually a 5G test tower being built like just downstairs of my apartment. So like down and then around the corner. Anything overly worrying. But yeah, I'm sure once the rollout actually happens and they get some people testing it, then it might be a different story. But until then, it seems to be about as secure as 4G. Which cybersecurity cert before OSCP? A lot. Like the CEH is a good stepping stone. CCNA or a Network Plus, the Security Plus, CYSA if you want to do that as well, and a lot of experience. I wouldn't do it as like an entry-level certification because it definitely is not one. Ibrahim Guy, salute. Hey, man. What you get, but yeah, you know, the speeds are great, but will it actually work well? Maybe not. We'll see. Do you have a LinkedIn? I do have a LinkedIn. I posted it in the last Q&A video, and I'm not going to do that again because I got absolutely spammed. So yeah, go and find it in that video. Anurag Cash App. You sound like your last name sounds like an app called Cash App. But anyway, stop taking the piss out of your name. Any good job for reverse engineers in the security field? Yeah, reverse engineering the job itself is very good. Larry Page, are you connected any organization like Black Hat? No, I chose not to be because A, I'm not a bug bounty person, and B, I don't know enough about them to promote them as like something I would get paid for. So no. Srika, how machine learning and AI will change the cybersecurity, and does machine learning and AI implemented in hacking? Yes, it's implemented in, well, machine learning, yes, and AI, I guess, yes as well, in pretty much every aspect of IT. It already exists. It's been there for a little while, and it's not going away. What's the impact? It's going to change how jobs are done. It's going to make things easier. It's going to make jobs easier, and that's the whole point. Do you have any study tips? I guess get this coursework done, study the coursework, and yeah, go through that and make sure that you stick to it and don't bail out in the last minute because it's only going to hurt yourself. I'm going to take a break for 1 second. While we're taking a break, smash the like button. We've got 27 people in here and only 10 likes. Let's boost up those likes to match the same amount of people in here. So with study tips, there's a lot to go there as well. Like if you can do a lab on your study course or whatever it is that you're doing, do the lab. If there's an option for like an online practice test, definitely do that 1,000 times until you know it off by heart. don't overwork yourself. Otherwise, you're going to start going backwards. And it's just, don't blow yourself away, basically. Upway. I'm sorry, man. I can't do these names. I am in 12 class, so I guess year 12 now, and I'm new to cybersecurity. Can you suggest me anything? If you're planning to go to university afterwards, make sure that the university is good, and if it offers Security Plus as part of the degree, then definitely choose that one. Meltdown. When is the Brisbane meetup? Let's get it sorted for April. I was going to do one last week on Friday. I had a few, there was 2 people going, but it never ended up happening. But I'll organize one eventually, sometime. Pratham, you already asked me that question. I just answered you. I'm also a cybersecurity analyst, cryptographer. Love you. I'm from India. I love you too. Out of high school just to start learning bug bounties. It's not going to work out for you. Make the Brizzy meetup Saturday night, April 11. That's very specific. I'll write that down and I'll see how I go. So April 11. All right, I'll keep that in my notes. Jay, are you coming down to Sydney this year? Would like to get a beer or something. I don't know yet. I might go to Sydney much later in the year, like around December, but I don't know how long I'll be there for if I go at all. I'm more likely to go to Melbourne, to be honest, but we'll see. Maybe. I don't know. Why? Meltdown, last one. What do you do when you're not working, and what do you do for fun? I play guitar sometimes, and I like doing CTFs for fun. Actually, I do this whole YouTube channel for fun, to be honest. And I do it in my spare time. Like, obviously, I'm not working right now. But, I take my dog for a walk. I like going to the beach. I enjoy driving around in mountains and listening to music and talking shit with my fiance. And, there's not much else to it. I just chilling out, basically. I like drinking as well, but I'm trying to drink less and lose some of this beer belly that I've got going on. Jacob Wyant, is there a security field where I could be a more technical solutions in security, still new to IT and even curious about this? If you want to get like fully technical, join a SOC team, or any security team is quite technical, as long as you're not getting into risk and compliance or management. Once you get into those, then it becomes more of a less work and more documentation and more meetings and shit like that, which it gets pretty old pretty quick. But I quite enjoy the management side of things and the risk side of things, and less of doing the technical things these days, because I've been doing IT for almost 15 years now. So if you want to get technical, all the entry-level positions are real technical, except for risk and compliance. Jacob, love the content. Thank you. I love you too. Have you ever hacked? Angelina Fu. Hi. What's up? Welcome to my live stream. Dabs Bazin. I've been applying to internships for a few months for cybersec, but I can't quite get into any company. Is there anything I can slap on my resume that could give me an extra push? Yes. I did a video about free certifications. There's 5 free certifications that you can do that make your resume padded out a little bit. Do those. They look good. And also, if you're getting to the interview stage and not being able to get a job after doing the interview, it's because of your interviewing skills themselves, maybe not necessarily your skills or certifications. So maybe have a look at talking with other people. And I know that sounds weird, but increase your people skills, and maybe learning as well. Employers are really interested in hearing about that sort of stuff. Daniel Kelly, life hack for a beer belly is to convert to whiskey. The problem with whiskey is I really like a Scotch and dry, but dry ginger ale, the diet one, tastes like shit. So I end up just having like whiskey with ginger ale, which is terrible. Obviously, it's full of sugar. But I do have a humongous whiskey collection, which if you join my Patreon, I'll put a photo of my alcohol cabinet up there. There's a link in the description for Patreon. It's like $3 a month or something. Join up. Everyone, join Patreon right now. Sura Narayarian. I'm sorry about your name. I'm doing my information security and digital forensics degree. I had more interest in the offensive security sides, ACH or Security Plus. The Security Plus is a more broad certification to get, and it's more targeted at defensive security, whereas the CH is 100% offensive security. So if offensive security is something that you're looking at getting into, go down that route, but don't end with the CEH because it doesn't look that good on a resume because it's not actually that hard to do. So yeah, maybe look at doing that and then jumping to CYSA or an OSCP. Pavel, I don't expect to paid for the internship. Yeah, man, I'd kill for a cold Corona, no pun intended. I'm not saying anything about Coronas because it'll get demonetized. Help desk roles always ask for 1 or 2 years experience. That frustrates a lot of people. Guess have to apply. Yeah, with the help desk stuff, anyone not willing to apply for the job. So if you're worried that you don't have enough experience, you shouldn't because no one has enough experience. So just apply anyway. And yeah, just you got to be a little bit ballsy about it, I guess. So I remember I went for a job years ago and it said it was a level 3 engineer role and they wanted 8 years of experience. I only had, I think it was like 4 or 5. It was about half of the required experience. And yeah, I just straight up said, I don't have that experience, but I'm probably better than the person with 8 years experience because I'm a fresh mold ready to be created in your perfect image or some bullshit like that. And they loved it. They were all laughing in the interview and they thought, okay, well, this guy might not have the amount of experience we want, but at least he's a fun dude. So we'll employ him and he'll be fun for beers on Friday anyway. That sort of skills often get you a long way. Herman Myers, I'm a computer engineering student wanting to focus on cybersecurity. What should I focus on first? Penetration testing or exploit development? Work on pen testing first because it's going to teach you more about breaking into an environment. And then once you've learned that exploit development, I guess you can then learn that. So once you've penetrated the network or system, then you can start going on your exploits. So it's like a stage, right? There's like discovery or research discovery, access, and then exploit. Meltdown. I just landed a help desk role with literally no experience. Customer service is always a good skill to have. That's what the interview skills, like talking and being able to express what you want to say, being literate, is going to help you really, really well. And that was really badly put together sentence. Christian Philman. Hi, DC. I am soon to graduate with a CS degree. Cool. What do you recommend doing? A master's in advanced security and digital forensics or trying to get certifications? Do you want to get a job first or do you want to get more skilled first? That's the question. If you want to be more skilled, then go for the masters and then go from the masters to a job. Or if you want to just get into a job, do those certifications. It won't take you as long as doing the masters. Masters a couple of years, maybe 1 year if you do a quick one. And you can do the certs in like 6 months. So it'll get your job faster, but you won't be as skilled. Silent owner, when you started with cybersecurity, started about almost 6 years ago now. So just over 5, almost 6 years. I started actually with network security first and then went into cybersecurity, which was interesting. AA, are there any OSINT roles in Australia? There are, so as part of my managed service provider company that I've created, we're also doing cyber investigation work, which a lot of that is based off OSINT anyway. So yeah, there's an aspect of OSINT in a lot of exploits for larger companies, and if people want to check their own personal security, then yeah, you can do that as well. If you want to check out my website, it's data-sec.co, not .com, .co. So check that out. Anush, I was in sysadmin and networking before, and I was sort of jumping roles between the two. And I saw an opportunity for a cybersecurity role that paid a crazy amount of money, and I couldn't resist it. So I went down that route. So I guess the answer to your question is money is what lured me in. It's lagging when you answer my question. Didn't hear what you said. I don't know what you asked. Let me find your question. No, I have never hacked anyone. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you. Ventos, if I already have Network Plus, should I bother getting the CCNA? I'm about to graduate and was wondering if I should spend the time working on CCNA, going for other certs to pad my resume. No, if you have the Network Plus, don't bother with the CCNA. Study a more specific route. So if you want to go down offensive or defensive, is what I mean, then study a certification based on one of those. Meltdown, good on you, mate. Yeah, maybe my resume is not looking good, or maybe it's restriction as I can just work part-time. Yeah, part-time on a help desk is going to be tricky. Christian, thanks. Love your content. Keep it up. Thank you. Meltdown said to Josema, cheers, man, but as DC said, be a little ballsy about it. You can mold me. He's very right. I've landed a few different positions, basically telling them that I could, yeah. So with going for job interviews for these sort of places, especially entry level, they want someone that's going to follow their set of procedures. So if you open yourself up to learning what those procedures are and then follow procedures the way they want you to do it, and if you do the work they want you to do it the way they want you to do it, then you'll go pretty far within that organization, and they'll reward you for it. They may even help pay for certifications down the line. You never know. It's never ending. So Silent Owner, what did you do before cybersecurity? What brought you there to start it? I just answered that question, but I'll say it again. I was doing sysadmin work and network engineer work and network security roles. And yeah, I saw at the time a job posted for a cybersecurity engineer, and I didn't really know that much about it. I was curious, but I saw the money value on it, and that's what lured me in. It paid a lot of money. So compared to, for example, as a network engineer, I was getting 90,000, but as a cybersecurity engineer, I could get around 100. It was an obvious money choice. I wanted more money. Great videos. Thank you. Jacob Wyant, for defensive or blue team career paths, do you think the networking and sysadmin positions helped you, port security, etc.? Yeah, definitely. So you need to have a really good understanding of networking to do a lot of the cybersecurity jobs anyway. So yeah, having that prior knowledge of being a sysadmin or a network engineer, and to be honest, when I went for the interview, everyone else in the waiting room for that job was either a sysadmin or a network engineer currently. And where I'm in Australia, it's a pretty small industry, or it used to be anyway. And there's not that many people working in it. So I knew a couple of the guys going for the same job. And we all ended up working together in the end. And it was like a mining boom. We all just followed the gold. Where we go, Ben N. Would you ever try to get the CISSP? Probably not, to be honest. At this stage in my career, I can't really be bothered. I don't need to do any more certifications. And yeah, I'm just not that interested, to be honest. So no, I probably wouldn't bother. I can already get most of the jobs that I can see. I'm more than skilled to get them with the current certifications that I have. So I know the CISSP is like becoming such a big thing these days, but I don't know, people here are pretty old school, and a lot of people in cybersecurity in Brisbane have either heard of me anyway or know enough about the places I've worked at to know that I can do the job. No, I probably wouldn't bother doing the CISSP just because I don't need to. That's all the questions. I can't believe it. We're all out of questions. There's more likes than viewers, which is always a good sign. I might wrap this video up here and just say that thanks for coming along. If you want to subscribe and you're new here, hit the subscribe button. If you want to check out my Patreon, there's a link in the description. I post stuff up in there every couple of days, little behind the scenes footage of videos or extra little bits like photos of stuff or my random thoughts or things like that. So yeah, have a look in Patreon. You also get a cool role name for that. If you are in my Discord server, you get a special Patreon role. So yeah, check that out. But yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Exact same every fortnight. So check it out. Leave me a like if you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Catch you later.